Ni ada spray ke? Bau lah. Ni. Tak. Can you smell? Don't you feel like?
Oh, bau food ke?
Bukan food ni. Dari tadi memang ada.
I think that's good.
Okay, I need someone else to be in here.
Oh, yeah, security.
Okay.
Oh, this one is your PA or your driver?
Apa tu?
Saya tukar kemudian.
Pergi bawa. I pergi. Baik dia. Okay. Have a seat and I'll invite the others.
Thank you.
From Harry from Cage. Waiting. I answered it then.
Oh, going to be joining us, Priya?
The president, registrar, the executive committee, everyone.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Professor.
Hi, Priya.
Michelle, we'll just start in 2 minutes. I'll get the others.
Hello. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Oui.
Vous l'entendez?
Quelle-
Oui, je comprends. C'est en France, non? Quelle heure est-il en France? 15 heures.
Il est exactement 8h30.
Ah, peut-être 30, oui.
Michel, je prends 5 minutes pour répondre à un call de Julie.
Oui, d'accord, ok. Pas de problème.
Il vient du Mexique, là. Il vient du Mexique. C'est pas les mêmes que nous? Ah, ça va. J'aime bien aussi le comme quoi? Le corps les Français, les gauche sont peu nombreux.
So sorry. Actually, another meeting, so we're rushing today.
No problem. You saw that in the restaurants also?
Yes.
Since we have some time.
The left.
Hi, good afternoon, welcome.
Hello, thank you.
Tuan Haji, meet Miss Ervina and Miss Aries.
How are you?
Nice to meet
And have a very good day.
you.
No.
Thank you.
While we're waiting for the others. Dr. Havinda is coming.
Yes.
Dr. Havinda. As normal.
Hello.
Let's exchange.
How do you do?
Yes.
How are you
Thank you
there?
so much.
Thank you.
Miss Aries, meet Dr. Harvinder. Miss Aries, Dr. Harvinder.
Hi.
See you.
How do you do?
This is mine. Thank you.
Thank you so much. May I have your Thank you. You were traveling, weren't you? Were you traveling or something? Weekend?
No.
No? Oh, you were here all the time?
I arrived in Malaysia a year ago.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
but our boss arrived like mid-October, so
Okay.
it's quite new in Malaysia, but never like
Yes, that's right. It's always over emails.
Yes, yes.
You are not involved in the other.
I am actually, I just excuse myself. Today is an amazing day. Hi, how are you doing?
This is Dr. Angeline.
Hi, how do you do?
For MFUC.
That's me, I'm Harvey.
Very nice to meet you.
I'm Haji Karyo.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And of course, Prof. Vishal is joining us.
And from Harry,
Ross. Oh, man.
You already said hello a minute ago.
Oh, I see.
Well, you were a lot out there.
Okay, that's great.
Are the others will become Germany?
Sorry?
Others from outside?
Yeah, our president is still doing his briefing in the other meeting. I think they should be done in a few minutes. And then we'll get him. Do you want to start with Prof. Prem, or maybe we can ask,
Maybe we can
invite Prof. Michelle to say bonjour?
Hi, Prof. Michelle.
Hello, Priya. Hello, Harvey. Hervé is coming back. Hervé is just gone on a phone call, and he'll be back in a few minutes.
No, the TV remote. TV remote to make it out, is it? That one, yeah.
Can you hear me? Priya, can you hear me?
I'm not texting me.
I think Netflix, she knows how to. Yes.
Okay. This is the volume.
Volume gently, I told you.
No.
See, you're pushing it. Well, you're pressing it down. Actually, you should do this. See?
That's why I need Dr. Harvey. Maybe what we can do is that I'll introduce everyone and we can watch the corporate video first.
Perfect.
All right, first of all, I would like to express, on behalf of MUST here, I would like to express our sincere gratitude and extend a very warm welcome to MFUC to be present here today. Let us take this opportunity to get to know each other better and see how the university and the education center can work hand in hand for the betterment of both organizations. And first, maybe we can watch the corporate video, we can have a gist of MUST.
Ramai kah di situ?
Ada 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7.
Tengok.
Oh,
Ramai. Kalau ramai.
1, 2, 3, 4. One from their side and then 1, 2, 3.
That was a little intro for university. Maybe while waiting for the prompt. Okay.
Yeah, why not in this case? Help yourself first with a drink. Do this. Oh, here they come. After all.
This is our president.
Hello, this is Sylvia. Be seated, yeah. Hi, hello. How are you doing?
Thank you. This is Miss Alice, Deputy Director, Miss Erina, Deputy Director, Dr. Valerie, the Director.
Hi. Hi.
Mr. President.
Yeah. Glad to meet you all. Yeah. And welcome to the University. Yeah, Malaysia University of Science. Yeah.
Thank you.
At least, yeah.
We just-
Always, have a very high regards to French teaching and learning sessions, and very much also engaged to the university in France. Yeah, the Bordeaux Business School, those days BAM, right?
Yeah.
It was not CAGE. So I was there as a visiting faculty to the school. Yeah. Hi, Prof. Howie.
Hello.
Hello.
Sorry for being a bit late. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. There you have your colleagues here.
We're glad to meet you.
Yeah.
Prof. Michelle is also online.
Yes. Prof. Michelle?
Hi, Prof. Michelle.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah. Okay, good.
They had an introduction earlier.
Oh, they had an introduction earlier. Yeah. Hi, Prof. Michelle. Yeah. So I'm just talking to them, sharing with them my experience with BAM and CAGE.
Very good.
Yeah. I had about eight times I visited the school. Yeah. delivered my classes, my lecture in school. So beautiful. I used to stay in town, in Bodo town, every day walking up lane, up and down, having a dinner.
How's your French?
No, not good. Because, you know why? Because I go there, very structured, I go there to deliver my class, and after my class, immediately I move the next day, come back. My assignment was very tight, very tight. So well, I understand one or two words they say there, but I'm not really. And my class is
the vineyards, not the people.
and my class were all in English. I was delivering supply chain for the master student.
Still have time.
No, it was a very beautiful time and most of the time I go there, I visited, the school was during winter. So there was once I even experienced winter, twice I experienced winter. Real winter and yeah, it was beautiful that I cannot walk out of the hotel. I was staying in the Normandy hotel in town, Normandy. I couldn't just walk out of the hotel too, it was winter, very heavy. And I delayed my class also. I got caught because the road system, it was like ice on the road, right? So my class got delayed. So a good experience, very good experience. Yeah. And now we are here working with these three gentlemen and Harvey and Michelle, looking into getting the MBA, the Triple Crown MBA to Malaysia. And since we don't have any schools in Malaysia with Triple Crown, no schools in Malaysia have got Triple Crown, like what Case has got the Triple Crown here. And I know that there are two institutions who has got the AACSB, there is only one crown. And there another one more university has got AMBA, also one crown. So this is a big opportunity for us to get a Case Business School MBA to Malaysia and to offer it to our market, the Malaysian market. So we will be the first institution to do this, to offer the Triple Crown MBA. And we are getting very good support from Prof. Harvey and Michelle, both of them being very supportive and working with Dr. Harvey over here, the Dean School of Business, and hopefully that it will all work out for us.
So how is the process now?
Right now, we have Ms. Priya and Dr. Harvey. They are working on it. They are trying to to reach the market. So we are looking at not getting into individual students. We are looking into getting to corporates, companies here. I think that's the way forward because this is a top tier MBA. Getting individuals is will be a bit difficult. So getting the corporate will be much more better, especially where the corporates, they have the funding for the employees. So we're looking at that a segment of the market.
Yes.
So tentatively, if everything goes fine, then maybe we'll be offering in the second quarter or something like that.
Yeah, April is our target date. April 20.
That's pretty soon.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
expectations.
yeah.
Yes.
And this is where we also seek your support to give us the reach to getting into the corporates that you know of the companies, the French companies in Malaysia. Maybe that can be also another market that we can approach. And we also have some plans to get to the GLCs, the government-linked companies in Malaysia. They will have the fund to support the employees for the MBA. So we're also looking at that as another one more area to tap.
So what kind of company?
The GLCs,
Yes.
Petronas. Yeah, Petronas is one good example. Yeah, Petronas. Yeah. There are a few more, but mainly we're looking at Petronas because I know the Case Business School, their forte or the expertise in supply chain, and of course the oil and gas industry is looking for supply chain area. So then it will work well if we approach the GLC, Petronas and so on. We also have other GLCs in mind, Banana National and all these things. We're also looking at them. And then we need to come up with a package. So this, Priya is working on that. Yeah, coming up with a package. how to pitch the value that we have got to do. It's not just the MBA, because MBA has become too generic here. So maybe we can really highlight the value proposition that will make a difference for us.
Because I'm guessing those companies are very much solicited from everywhere.
Yes,
For sure.
for sure.
Not just that.
Yes. You're right.
Well, we had a pretty good time at the networking dinner.
The reason
The
was that.
French chamber, we had the French chamber at Sofitel, CCIFM.
Sofitel,
Yes. Yeah, we were there.
That was the week before.
Yeah, I guess.
25th, right?
Yeah, 25th.
We went to the
The
one.
30th one.
30th.
I see. That was okay. Yes, I remember.
We met some good corporate players there from French companies. And this morning, we actually were talking to Invest KL. In Malaysia, we have an agency called MIDA, MIDA. Their job is basically to promote Malaysia to the world. And they have 7 sub-organizations. So one of those sub-organizations is Invest KL. And the idea of Invest KL is to actually have collaboration with the universities and put them together with the multinational corporations, specifically in the Greater KL area. So we are going to be promoting the KL Business School and MBA to them very much here. So we hope that these corporate channels will work. In fact, Prof. Michel, he runs a big business empire himself, and he advised us that go with the corporates. That's the way it was successful when Kedge went to China, when they went to Africa, and I believe Argentina now. Yeah.
Would you want to have a chat with Michelle and yeah?
Well, we would sure like to hear about their experience.
Ah,
Yeah, sure.
you may want to talk to Michelle and Hervé in French.
Oh, no. Can be civilized. We would,
Okay, why not we invite the good professors?
Yeah. Prof. Michelle, would you want to say something? Dr. Prof. Hervé, yeah?
Michel, do you want to start now? Your mic.
You're muted, Prof. Michelle.
You're mute.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm saying that the sound is not good, so I really have a difficulty in understanding what you're saying.
Thanks very much.
Prof. Harry and Prof. Michelle, maybe you could just tell them more about the Kedge MBA that we have, the collaboration with MUST and Kedge.
And your expectations from Priya and me?
Yes. That as well.
Is that with coffee and tea?
Yes.
Coffee or tea?
Oh,
Tea, right.
Oh, maybe, Michel, if I may, I can start briefly on maybe to make the long story short, and if you could take over with a blended MBA, especially with Must, but also with the few others. Basically at Kedge and before at BEM and Euromed Management, we have been offering executive MBA. So that was the generalist program at Euromed Management, and that was the wine executive MBA in Bordeaux École de Management. And since 2013, when Marseille Euromed Management School and Bordeaux École de Management joined forces to create Kedge, then it was decided by the board to focus and to put the resources on the executive MBA, which was headed at that time by Michel. And so we have somewhat a long history about training executive, first in France, but also very quickly and very soon in China, which give us, I would say, a very international perspective. And it does also help, obviously, to open and work on blended MBAs on other parts of the world. So to make it simple, this is part of our mission to train executive through executive MBA. We have been working a lot on face-to-face course delivery, and very soon, 3 years ago, came the idea that the world is changing, the society is changing, executives are busy and busier and busier, and therefore offering a new way of delivering an MBA was on the table. And I'm glad that when I took over the direction of the MBAs, Michel was happy to join forces to manage the development of all those blended MBAs. So we started with West Africa, and then very soon after came other partners, including Malaysia University of Science and Technology. And so, Michel, this is where I leave you the floor to keep going with the story.
Yeah, you've said almost everything, Hervé. Just to say that we're setting up a global alliance of schools worldwide, which all are delivering the same blended MBA program, except the part which is called local topics, which is specifics for the region of our partner, and that we have opened already the one in Western Africa, in Senegal. In 2019, we are now with the second intake. We've opened last month in China, in Shanghai, with Shanghai Chiao Tung University. And the next two coming up will be one with MUST in Malaysia for the Asian countries, and one for South America in Argentina with University Católica. So we will be covering the whole world almost with all these major partners, because we are convinced that the future of executive education is in blended programs. Executives have little time to spend in the classroom. They need to spend some time in the classroom, but not 100% face-to-face. I've created this program, which is around 30% face-to-face and 70% online. Allows all these executives to share when they are coming together, to have group meetings online, to learn their own pace. And we are really convinced that it suits their current needs now, that executive education is more and more going to be a blended program format, led by blended format. So this is, in a few words, the presentation of the project. I may, in a later part, convince themselves, but knowing that this is 70-30 is a good introduction to the program.
Thanks very much, Prof. So I think you have heard from Cage Business School. So on our side, I think you saw a corporate video. The idea here is that Malaysia is on a quest for capacity building right now. And some of the things we already knew, but which were confirmed this morning, is that from all the MNCs that are in Malaysia, if you look at the junior level executives, I'm not talking about operators. Operators are virtually everyone Malaysian or local or Asian, yeah? But if you talk about junior level executives, about 80% of them are local on average. Yeah, some companies have more, some have less. On average, 80%. If you go to middle level executives, then you will find that the average percentage drops to about 65%. local. That means there's a lot of still executives from the host countries of these MNCs. But when you go to senior management, there are hardly 5% of Malaysians who are in senior management positions of MNCs. So the Malaysian government has been engaging with MNCs for the last 2 years and told them that, look, you have been guests in our country for some years now. We'll continue to support your business. We will continue to give you whatever you want, ease of business and stuff like that. But we would like to build up that percentage of local talent, at the managerial level. And I think for me, that was the golden key this morning. Actually, this is new, profs, yeah, this is new. We believe that that is where the Kedge Business School MBA will come in and build the talent and build the capacity. Of course, we cannot expect our MNC partners to give up too much of their rating, as it were, to local people unless they are confident that they have the talent. So I think the best and sure way of making sure that they have the talent is to give them an internationally recognized MBA, triple crown accredited, yet top 1% in the world. What more can one ask? And so I think we are going to be playing a significant role in that. So that's why we are confident that April might be it.
So would that mean that there is kind of a lack of initial training up to the level that is required for middle or high level?
For middle management, I think there is enough training because Malaysia especially, there's a lot of different MBA programs. If you just key in MBA, you will have 5 pages full of different MBA programs, on the internet. But there's MBA, and then there is a triple crown MBA, which is a difficult thing to get here in Malaysia. There is one by Strathclyde, but it costs an arm and a leg. And we are actually able to bring this in thanks to Kedge Business School at a mid-range price. So we're not talking about cheap, we're not talking about expensive, we are talking about good value. And I think this is what the corporate players will want. Yeah, our pricing is euro 11,500. That's the base pricing. That's it. Yeah, euro 11,005. That's what it is. Yeah, and we are very transparent as partners with each other. That's the price that they pay, and that's it. That's it. And I think people will need something like that. I think that works out to what, USD 15,000?
Malaysian ringgit about 55,000.
Malaysian ringgit 55. The other one is above 100K. There's also a MIT Sloan kind of thing, but again, that's done locally
265,000.
265.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
that is expensive.
and then this is a very thorough program because when I benchmark this program with the other MBAs that are available, this is a 2-year program. We are not saying that come to us within 8 months and we give you an MBA. There are jokers in the town who are doing things like that. Yeah, and you come within 1 year and we will give you an MBA. No, this is a 2-year program. And when we were talking to some of our potential managers, one of the components that they found very attractive was that this has actually got ongoing sessions for personal development. Because to be a manager, it's not just enough the knowledge, you need to have the right frame of mind, the attitude, and stuff like that. And one of our lecturers, in fact, Dr. Kyrie, he's a Stephen Covey registered trainer for personnel development, for what is the program he did? Seven habits. Yeah, he's a certified 7 habits trainer and things like that. So people who come and work with us, we are quite confident we'll give them good value, and we're very excited to actually bring that value to them. Yeah.
Okay, as I understood well, it's like 2 years, but people keep working, right? This is
Yes, they keep on.
aside
Yes,
from-
yes, that's right. So it's pretty flexible too because it's blended, and there will be occasions, I hope, once our travel restrictions are lifted, that we will be able to invite our good professors here and host them here and have our seminars and our sessions here. But in the meantime, should there be still an issue with travel, we will kick off with the blended learning, meaning to say online face-to-face. Yeah. Yeah, we're okay with that. But I think our local tutorials, our local discussion groups and all that, we will do it in a blended mode such that those who are within the greater KL area will be invited to come into our campus, and they can be here in our digital boardroom, which we have on the second floor. So when we conduct our discussions, they will be in the room. But our digital boardroom is also connected to all our other participants wherever in the world they may be. So this is the way we have been doing it for our MBA students in Africa and China and elsewhere. So those who can make it, they can be here, and the others can just log in and listen in and participate from wherever they are.
Yeah, because I'm guessing most of the companies that you're targeting, they are in this area, in the KL.
Greater KL area, I
Not so much
suppose.
in the rest of Malaysia.
Indeed. Actually, we, for GLCs, we suspect that we will have to go outside Greater KL as well.
Okay.
So we are ready for that. Should that happen, we are ready for that. Maybe
There's
coming.
actually 462 GLCs in Malaysia. All over Malaysia.
All over.
So this girl is going to fix a travel itinerary for herself and me, and we are going to go around the country.
The tour de Malaisie. And so how success, I mean, I'm sure they have been, but just to have some figures, like the results from the other programs in Africa or China. Like how has it
Oh, those are the conventional MBAs. That means our homegrown MBAs. We have also our blended MBA. We call it a professional MBA program. So that's a branding word. In Africa, we have about 180 students, and in China we have 120 students. Then in India now we have 100 and nearly 200 students in Kolkata and other areas. So, and then a few in Sri Lanka, a few in Myanmar. Myanmar, of course, because of the political issue, yeah, our partner there is affected. We've also been very successful in Vietnam, but again, because of COVID, Vietnam cohorts have been affected somewhat. All in all, I have nearly 600 MBA students doing our university's MBA program. Yes.
So here in Malaysia, you said, like your students here in Malaysia at the moment?
Yeah. So MBA is a very, very competitive market here in Malaysia, but we have been very successful overseas. Yeah, and I realized this when we went to Vietnam. When we go to Vietnam, we are pitching ourselves against British universities, Canadian universities. Canada is very popular there. Australia is very popular there. But Malaysia is also an international university there. So we are seeing more or less equal footing. But there is always a bias towards something that is important, something that is international. So when we go to these countries, we are international. Yeah. But when we try to compete here in our own backyard, we are the local boys and girls.
Yeah.
Not exotic.
Yes, not exotic, exactly. Yeah. Please eat.
I try to get as many French pastries.
Okay.
Looks a I can never pronounce it. I just want to family taught me a word that is about over.
That's it. That means see you again, is it? Yes, goodbye. Yeah, goodbye. So you're good. Okay, I took up the lingual form French lesson. I attended the first 3 lessons.
Wow.
So, I reached out to command and improved. Yes, that's all.
Too bad you gave up.
Yes, I think now both of us will start again.
Yes.
Yes. I love the sound. It's such a beautiful sound, you know.
We can get you some nice deals with the Alliance Française.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
If you're really interested.
Are you still teaching them?
No,
Teacher.
Yeah.
Alliance French.
I was watching this movie on Netflix, and they said French is the language of love. Yes.
Well, I also heard that Malaysian was the easiest language to learn in the world. Unless you completely disagree. Because I've done more than 3 classes.
Yes. Right. But anytime you are not sure, but you want to be agreeable, just say bullet. Malaysia bullet.
You get that very quickly.
Yeah.
And you get away with this. Then I also learned Mexican life. That's the same.
Oh, that's our favorite food. Yes. You know, when we travel, or when we used to travel, the thing that we miss most is nasi lemak, or there is a roti canai.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
Roti
Yeah.
canai flatbread.
Yeah. And they are yes. Oh, yeah. But now I think thanks to globalization, you can get every kind of food practically everywhere.
Not really. I mean, really, for example, Mexican food, because I'm from Mexico.
Oh, okay.
And here, what do you find? You find the olden class of things.
Yeah.
And you have to really go to specific supermarkets to get 2 or 3 things.
Okay.
That's not
Pita bread.
you really want like real stuff.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
gonna have to ask my friends to fill in 2 suitcases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But one place where you can get practically any food is Melbourne. My daughter lives there, and oh, that's a food haven. She says. I mean, they feel less homesick because Melbourne has enough of Malaysian restaurants there.
Yes.
And I'm sure they have many good Mexican restaurants too. But there along Jalan Ampang, isn't it? Some Mexican restaurants.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I haven't tried them yet, but I feel it's also like fajitas.
Yeah. All that, yeah. That you can get even from chilies.
Yeah, well, that's like other stuff that you can get more exotic.
Yeah. Yeah, I realize that because when we go to Vietnam, we get their pho and they get their what's that rolled stuff called? You know, spring rolls. Yeah.
You're good. Like the game, you know, there's a game where you need to guess words.
Yes.
I'll win the competition.
And what you have there is something different from what you have in Vietnamese restaurants here. There are many Vietnamese restaurants here. I know 1 or 2 of them can take the pho almost as good as Ho Chi Minh, but the best is still there. This gentleman actually launched one of our first MBA programs in Vietnam.
Wow.
Yeah.
When was this?
This is like 4 or 5 years ago.
4 years ago.
Yeah.
Correct. Yes.
This is a French pastry, is it?
Yeah, these are from French
Is
patisserie.
she correct? Is certified correct?
So let's try this croissant.
Yeah.
Croissant, yeah.
Pain au chocolat.
Yeah.
Pas chocolatine. And madeleine.
Wow. Yes.
These are the famous ones from the
All right.
Oh, canals. Canals are those for French.
Tiny
Canary. Canary.
It's from Bordeaux.
Oh, really? Okay. Really good. Quite hard to find here.
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we had this buffet at the residence some time ago, and they had macarons and cabernet, and I was like, even in France, you can't find it everywhere. You really usually have to go.
Oh, all right. But French wines are very readily available here. Many French
Oh,
wines.
yes. They're readily expensive.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're like, oh my god,
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring some bottle.
Yes.
But yeah.
Yeah, whenever I feel I have a lot of money in my pocket, I go for French wine. When I feel a little poor, I go for the Australian wines, which are not bad actually. Yeah.
It's acceptable.
Yeah, acceptable.
Yes, I did that in Mexico.
Yeah.
I felt very wealthy, I could get the French, otherwise the Mexican.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. I have a strategic business project defense that are planned in next in 5 minutes, so I may have to leave. I'm sorry, but I'm part of a jury member, so.
Yes. Okay. Sure, Prof. Ave. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
For joining us in this meeting. Yeah.
You're more than welcome. Anything you need, just feel free to ask, of course.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bonne fin de journée. Au revoir.
Merci beaucoup. Yes. All right. We'll meet you in the weekly meeting. Yeah. Okay. We have a meeting every week with Prof. Ave, Prof. Michelle, and Son Green, who is the coordinator.